and welcome back to You Up For More. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. We love doing these YouTube exclusives, and today we have a fun one. Today we are going to break down breakup texts. So
yes.
We're going to go through these emails. We have 1, 2,
4.
3. We have 4 breakup texts. We have emails to go with the text screenshots. We love a screenshot. We love context.
Listen, a breakup text is an art. Not everyone's an artist.
Not, as we're going to find out today. Not everyone is an artist.
Yes.
But this is why we have these exclusive episodes. We are sharing so that we can learn that we are not alone. We are, you're dealing with something that someone else is dealing with. And if you're looking to write your own breakup text, this is going to be helpful because you're going to hear feedback from 2 people.
Practice makes perfect. You've written a number of breakup texts in your day.
And you've written a number for me.
Yes. Do you feel like you've gotten better with time?
I feel like I've gotten better. I feel like they never get easier.
Do you have a standard one that you edit?
No.
You write fresh every time.
Do you have a standard one that you edit and send to me?
What?
Because you
no,
have,
but I used to have
of crowdsourcing.
I used to have a general outline that I would tailor to the person if I wasn't interested. That my brother had helped me craft.
Would you be upset to hear that you got a text from someone that was basically a standardized breakup?
It depends how long we had been dating.
If
it was
6
Mike,
months, if it was
now,
your
yes,
husband,
that would be hurtful.
You're 6 months in.
We're like in a relationship?
No, but enough to say that you guys are seeing each other. If it was a standardized text.
If I found out that it was like a text he had sent to someone else before. I would never find it out, right? If I find it out, that means it's like he's not doing it well.
Right. If you found out, if it said insert name here, I think we have had a really nice run here.
6 months is 6 months. I think I deserve a more crafted one. 3 months, I think a 3-month one, I think it would be okay.
Okay. Listen, this is so hard.
What about you? Would you care?
No, I wouldn't care. Just end it. Just cut my head off.
Okay.
Like, I think I'm in a position where I end up sending these more than I receive them because I end up ending things before the next step. That's kind of my thing. I would say they're never easy because it's never easy to tell someone that you've really enjoyed and thought is a good person and still do think is a good person that you don't want to marry them. Is basically what you're saying. I
also think 6 months, we were talking, I think I get a phone call.
Right.
I think I get 6 months, I think I get a phone call.
A phone call. It's, you know what's tough about that? And let me give a little empathy to the dumper who never gets empathy.
Sure. Do you ever do a phone call?
It's hard to do a phone call when you guys don't call each other.
Well, you know what the phone call is about.
The phone call is only for one thing.
That's okay.
For a breakup, or it's like,
it's a respect thing.
My whole family died. Like, it's like,
both deserve a phone call.
I think
it's like I think it's like I'm taking a minute. I'm not like texting you while I'm on the toilet that I'm no longer interested.
But that's where I do my best work.
I know.
All right.
Don't you think?
I agree with you. I don't want to agree with you because
if you got fired from a job, wouldn't you want somebody told to your face that you're fired?
If all of my correspondence with my boss were over email, it wouldn't surprise me that my next email was a breakup email.
How long? What if you were working at how long would you have to be working at the company to get an in person?
But do we ever have a phone call? Like, that's the thing. Like,
no, but that's okay.
It is very weird.
That's even better because now you know what's coming.
That's why it's difficult, because it's the right thing to do is to call. I'm just saying my feedback to the call is always, we've never called. That is the weird part about dating today. Someone who's older, like my mom will go, "You never talk on the phone?" I would be like, "Yeah, that's like the most normal thing in the world to only text."
If you're like people. Really dating, you might.
Of course, you might. But I'm saying 6 months in, you might have just texted.
6 months. If you can't call me, break up in person to my face.
No. What are we, crazy? Okay, let's go over these breakup texts.
Let's get into these. These are all texts. Context is important, so we get an email in the beginning.
We're going to do the email, we'll read the text, and then we'll give you what we think.
Yes.
J&J, I wanted to share a breakup text from a guy I'd been dating for 4 months. He'd been more inconsistent texting and calling, but told me he was just busy at work since the person under him had quit. We had planned to see each other that upcoming weekend. He lives 2 hours away. Till I didn't hear from him for a few days, so I reached out before I drove to him. This was 2 years ago, but still funny to me. You're seeing someone? Yeah, I thought it was me, LOL. Okay.
right.
So
Okay.
you be her, I'll be him.
All right. I know you're crazy busy this weekend / overall, but if it's really that you don't want to hang out anymore in general, just let me know so I don't get my hopes up that I'll see you this weekend.
I don't want to get your hopes up, and I apologize for being distant, but I've been kind of seeing someone.
Guess I was confused since you told me you loved me the last time we saw each other, but that explains the abrupt radio silence.
Yeah, this is a bad one.
This is bad.
This is bad. It also goes with the context of the email where it's like you're 2 hours away.
4 months, right? Is it 4 months with like 4 dates?
Right. And I don't want to blame the victim here because you
Still
thought...
not a great text.
It's not a great text, but I think are we being realistic? Didn't hear from... You're supposed to go see him 2 hours away, and a few days before you're like, he's been weird. Let me make sure this is cool. And then they basically write a breakup text to themselves.
Right.
She dumped herself.
This is the most cowardly kind of breakup text
Right.
where she has to be like she has to break up with herself. She has to drag it out of him with like
right.
and he waits till like the last minute essentially.
And basically it's like having the music playing upstairs and like at like full volume. And you're like, "Hey, are you playing that music a little loud up there?" And they're like, "Oh, is it loud?
Sorry.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I could turn it down." Because that's kind of the way that breakup
Also,
kind
like,
of goes.
why did he have to say that he's seeing someone?
He could have just said, "I don't think..."
Right.
you know.
I really don't. I've been thinking about it and I really don't. Be at least lie.
Right.
That'd be nice.
Be classy with your lie.
I've been seeing someone like, and he said, "I love you" last. I mean, I don't know what the context of that was, but I'll take her at her word. Yeah, this guy stinks.
Well, and the other thing that he does that's really annoying is like, she does the, "I don't want to get my hopes up." And he's like, "Yeah, don't get your hopes up." Like he uses her words.
Right.
He didn't even use his own words. It's
Not
like-
even, right. Didn't even take the time to craft a real text.
Right. What would you rate this 1 to 10? 1 is the worst breakup text you've ever seen.
Yes.
10 is a really good breakup
Right.
text.
10 is like, you're like, I respect it.
Right. Because there is a version in this scenario. Hey, you've been distant lately. I don't want to get my hopes up. I know we have this plan for this weekend.
Yes.
And then it's like, now you're up. And now there's an opportunity to write what you have to say because she really tees him up. Here you go.
Yes.
Dump me. She's putting her head on the guillotine and she's like, "Go ahead.
Yes.
Chop it off."
And he copies the outline.
Right.
Right.
So he didn't even, so I give this a 2.
Okay.
It's really bad because not only did he not go heartfelt or go vulnerable, he just says her words and then brings up another person because honestly, that's his way of slamming the door on this.
Right.
He's going, "There's another person, so you have nothing you can say to convince me otherwise."
Which isn't even nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's a good text.
Let's hear, yeah. How would you do?
"Hey, this is really upsetting for me to have to write to you, but this isn't working for me. I've enjoyed getting to know you. The 2 hours distance is something that I can't possibly get to know someone with. It's been really a joy to get to know you in the way we have, but I'm going to have to cancel this weekend and end this because I can't be more than I'd like to be."
That's a nice, respectful breakup text. I would also add in,
Please.
"I apologize for not coming out and just saying this. I kind of have been feeling unsure and I shouldn't have waited this long."
Right. That's a really good, this is what you and I would have done together to someone I was
Yes,
dating.
we would have done double craft.
I want to apologize for having to send this text after you had to say it.
Yes.
Now, let me chop your head off.
There we go.
This is making me realize that I'm going to give it a higher score than I wanted to.
Okay.
I gave it a 2. I'm going to give the last one a 4.
Wow.
You know
Double the
why?
score.
I'm going to double it. He did break up with her.
That's true.
He did end it. Like
The bar is pretty low.
the bar's low. But
It's like when you get what do you get, like 20 points on the SATs for writing your name
right.
or something?
I'm going to give you at least a 4 if you give no question.
No vague. Fine.
No vague.
Fine. I'll put it at a 3 for that. I'll bump it to, that's a good point.
At least, this guy was like, never
Right.
going to see you again.
He did not answer. He didn't say, "I don't know. Let's see you later tomorrow." Okay.
Right. No,
yeah, that's fine.
that gives him a 4 from me.
It's a low bar, but in today's dating age, I agree that is something that you don't get from everyone.
Right. If you were going to like have like the different categories you want filled from a breakup text, well, one of the categories is I want to know I was broken up with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Fine. I'll give it a 3.
Okay. Let's do another one.
All right. You want to read it?
Sure. J&J, while this story doesn't technically involve a text, it does involve a pretty brutal breakup message, just delivered in a different medium. A couple weeks ago, I was in a messy situationship with my current roommate, something I got into right after ending things with a long-term boyfriend. I knew it was a bad idea from the start, but I had such intense feelings for him that I went for it anyways. Things were okay at first, but neither of us was in a great headspace, and the cracks only got bigger. One afternoon, we were heading out to the backyard to check on the garden, which is only accessible through his bedroom downstairs. And as I passed his in-suite bathroom, something on the mirror stopped me in my tracks. Written in red lipstick were the words, "I don't want to be with my name anymore." It looked like the aftermath of a full-blown meltdown. I mean, I just paused and said as calmly as I could, "So should we talk about that?" That was pretty much the end of it. Looking back, I realized he didn't have the courage to break up with me directly, so he staged the whole walk to the garden knowing I'd see it. We've still been living together since.
What?
But it's tense. I'm moving out next month. Moral of the story, I never sleep with the hot roommate.
This is crazy. How old are these people? Like 22?
I don't know. If I'm them, move out as soon as possible.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, it is a grand gesture. Probably hasn't used that with someone else.
Right. No template here.
Yeah. This is pretty bad, though, I would say.
It's just scary.
Yeah.
It's so dramatic that, like...
It's so dramatic that it's almost flattering. Almost.
Dude, the mass murderers?
I mean, he's messing up his whole mirror with... Where did he get lipstick?
I guess it's hers.
That's worse than he owes you money for the lipstick.
How much is lipstick?
It depends on the brand.
Let's say medium. What do you spend on lipstick?
I don't wear lipstick. I'm more of a lip gloss person.
How much do you spend on lip gloss?
I get all the lip gloss from our sponsor.
Never mind. We're a very relatable podcast. I guess...
I think it's got to be a mid-level lipstick, $20-something, maybe.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you give this? 1 to 10?
I'm going to give us a 1. This is
1?
This is crazy.
Here's the only
But
thing.
he is being definitive.
It is definitive.
Yes.
It's over. It's hard to come back from.
It's a little cowardly, though.
It is cowardly.
It's a text of a
Hey,
sort.
I'm downstairs. And then all of a sudden in streamers. And
It's like the opposite of a surprise party.
Yeah. Like a breakup party.
It just seems like mean and like immature.
It's immature.
Yeah.
It's definitely a 2, but at least it's over.
You're saying 2.
Yeah. At least.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
You're saying if he wrote, "I'm not sure what I want," blank.
Well, if he just wrote, "You're a piece of shit,"
That would be worse, I guess.
it would be worse. Or if he wrote, "You're not fucking me tonight," because it's a situationship.
Fine, it could get worse. Fine.
So I think that if this ended a situationship, then like there's a blessing in that.
Yeah, it feels a little disrespectful, but
It's a lot disrespectful.
yeah. All right, let's do one more.
more.
Dear J&J, feather, screenshot attached. This was about 4 years ago. Long story short, the guy wanted to talk about 1900s Russian literature and international fiscal policy during the Biden presidency when that wasn't exactly top of mind for most Americans. Okay. I couldn't add much, but my background is in cancer research and drug development. Still, he tried to sleep with me right after deciding he might end things, and naturally, he rematched with me on Bumble a year or two later and started texting again. Here's the context. We planned a pottery date at the local studio. Since COVID restrictions were just easing, we grabbed mugs and paint to bring back to my apartment. He picked a cat mug, I picked a heart. He paid for the pizza, I paid for the mugs. At that point, we'd been dating for a couple of months. There was great chemistry and he seemed really into it, but back at my place, before we started painting or eating, we made out. Then he abruptly stopped to tell me he had just gone on a first date with someone else and began comparing us out loud. For the next hour, he debated whether to sleep with me or break up, clearly fishing for me to greenlight it, even if he ghosted after. It was awkward and triggering. We never ate the pizza or painted. He left saying he'd text me his decision, then didn't, so I started the text exchange attached. I ended up painting the mugs with my girlfriends the next week while watching The Bachelor, and for the record, I have a more advanced degree than him. He just has an academic parent.
Okay, well, thank you. Let's read the text.
Okay, so I guess this is from her. Hey, I just wanted to check in and make sure you're okay and haven't been hit by a car or dealing with some crisis or something. Because you said you'd text me to let me know if you were going to break up with me or not.
Right. That's bizarre.
Yes.
To text him, you're not done after that.
Yeah,
scenario?
that's crazy.
Like, she's got to take a little bit of ownership.
Hello, what did you decide?
Right. Are we married?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for the delay. No crisis, just procrastination. I've done a lot of thinking, and at this time, I don't want to move forward with the... And for that reason, I'm out. What is he, Shark Tank?
Yeah.
I've had a great time with you over the last 2 months, but I don't think you're what I'm looking for. I worry that you don't challenge me intellectually and that I would not be able to be a good partner to you in managing my own or your anxiety. I'm sorry for the cat mug. Though you're welcome to keep the sweatpants. I wish all the best and good luck out there. If you prefer, I'd be happy to talk about this on the phone. I'm around tonight from 5 to 8.
I didn't deserve the way you treated me this week. Don't worry, I won't waste any more of your time with a phone call.
Okay, this is one of those situations where you're like, we all have to like be okay also ending things.
Yeah, she should have ended after that. She should have ended it at her apartment when he was like, well, here's the positive and negatives of being
Right.
with you. It's like, this guy is very disrespectful.
Yeah, and he's debating you right in front of you. And it like there was a piece of me that's like, this is the problem with the dating apps. It makes people believe that they have all this choice out there.
Right.
So you really got to perform for me because I could be going out there to all these other people that are out there.
This guy's the star of his own show. He
Right.
stinks.
And then when I hear that part, I get annoyed with him. And then when she's like, so what's your answer? I get annoyed at her because I'm like, you're feeding into this.
Right. You're actually letting him believe that like he has this much. I mean, I guess he does have this much power over you.
Right. So
And also then he says, I worry you don't like when he's like giving, I don't think you need to give someone a reason unless they ask you or you are like married.
I don't think a reason's ever worth it unless you're going to work on it. Like you say, if you're married,
or if you're like, if there's like a really high stake and it's like, yeah, I think after you're in a serious relationship, I think it's okay to. I don't think it's okay to not give a reason.
well,
Why would you like to break up? Even if the reason is like I just don't feel like we're the right match.
that's okay, right? But I do think there's some classiness in that.
Right.
I don't think we're the right match is different than I don't think you can keep up with me intellectually. Like I think that's
Well, let's say we said
it's an opinion.
Let's say I said to you like I don't think we're the right match, and then you said, well, why? If you ask a question, I'm just like if someone asks a question,
someone said why, I would say I wish I had a better answer for that.
But then you're
there's
just lying.
Yeah, I think I'd rather lie.
I would lie up until a certain point, in which I think after a certain point, you deserve to know the truth.
Well, where am I to go with the feedback?
We could work on it.
That's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem is if you do give a why, the intellectual thing, she could go, well, what can I study?
At a certain point into a relationship, we probably should work on it.
You would think. Or someone's given up on it. And it's like, do you want to work on something with someone that's already given up?
Well, they should probably already know this about what you think of them, right? Because you've tried to make it work.
Right. I don't know.
No, because you're a man, so you would never say anything and then just break up with them.
That is end it.
Right. Well, I don't think that's right either.
Well,
I don't think this guy is right either.
No, there's a middle. I do think there's a middle between what's wrong here and here's exactly what's fucking wrong. And I think there's a too soon.
Yes.
And I agree with that.
I agree. This is too soon. And also
Too
she
soon.
didn't ask.
No.
I think if you ask the question, then you're allowed to get an answer.
Yes.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't want the answer. She didn't ask though.
No. That's why it's a bad breakup.
Yes.
It is
This is the worst one.
I asked if you've made your decision, not what went into making your decision.
Right.
So
If someone was like, so are you going to, if you had a real estate agent and they were like, well, you're going to buy the house. And then you were like, no, here's all the issues with the house. I think they'd be like, just say you're not interested.
right.
Unless they ask, well, why not?
Why not? Right.
Well, then you can tell
And then
them.
you go, these three, we can
We could fix
that.
right. What if they
Yeah.
knock this off the price?
That's why I don't tell them because I'm like, nah, I just don't want it. I don't want to, I don't want to go through the
Right. But let's say you were about,
work.
let's say you were about to close on the house.
Oh, we can
Right?
fix the sink. Well,
Yeah,
I
and you were
decided
like,
that
I
I
just
don't
been
want to
think-
work on the sink. That's your right.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Yeah, but you probably give a reason. It'd be
Yeah.
like they'd appreciate you giving a reason rather than you just being like, I'm not coming to the closing. I'm not interested.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
What would you give this one?
This is a 1.
I agree.
I don't like this.
He was indecisive
Right.
and he didn't even answer. And, he said
he
it to her
forced
face.
her to dump herself after telling her he was gonna dump her.
She's right. She didn't deserve to be treated like this.
Yeah.
Not nice.
Listen, this is You Up for More. We love doing these. Comment with what you think about these breakup texts. And we're going to have more of these. Keep coming back.
Yes.
Subscribe.
We'll be back next time on You Up for More.
Boom.
Bye.